Good afternoon and welcome to the industry's weekly video news bulletin, Play Print 21, from the people who know print. Global digital flexible packaging print giant ePac Flexible Print Solutions is building a plant in Australia, with the Melbourne site set to be operational by the end of the year. The first ePac production facility will open 8 kilometres from the Melbourne CBD at the new Newlands Road food manufacturing hub, located in the heart of Coburg's thriving industrial district. It'll be headed by Jason Brown, formerly Group Divisional General Manager at Ball & Doggett. Been there for 20 years, last 5 years in that role. Special ePac will be specialising in small and medium run length orders. ePac's Australian customer base will focus on startups across the snack, confectionery, coffee, organic foods, pet foods, nutritional space, like the brands represented in this organic food store behind me. The business says ePac provides new, cost-effective, time-efficient, tailored and sustainable offerings for small and medium-sized businesses, those looking to level up their brand presence. Brown, managing director of the new plant, said our key proposition is enabling local brands to take their product to market through sustainable, locally manufactured packaging, available on demand. Brown says the new ePac plant will see a return of a fair amount of work that's currently being sourced from China. He said with turnaround of 1 to 2 weeks, ePac clients will have no supply chain issues and will be able to respond to market demands much quicker than they can at present. The new ePac plant will produce both flexible pouches and roll stock. The factory will be based on the same production template as ePac's other sites around the world, in which there's more than a dozen, with some local variations. Centre stage with 2 HP Indigo 25K digital flexible presses, the new machines that superseded the 20,000 prints at 31 metres in a minute in 4 colour mode. Finishing will include solventless lamination, high-end bag makers and valve inserters for outgassing when needed. The packaging itself will be fully recyclable and will contain at least 30% post-consumer recycled content. Print businesses in Sydney were ready for Monday's no job, no work deadline, but late Sunday the state government extended the deadline by another 2 weeks. All print businesses spoken to by Print 21 were confident that they were ready for Monday's deadline. Print bosses have been doing all they can to encourage staff to get the vaccine, communicating the benefits of it, offering time off work to get the jab, time off for any side effects, and financial bonuses ranging from $75 vouchers upwards. New South Wales Health had mandated that any staff who live in one of the 12 areas of concern had to receive at least 1 dose of the vaccine by Monday, 6th September, this Monday, otherwise they couldn't come to work. The 5 million Sydney residents currently racing to get vaccinated in order to protect themselves, be able to go to work and to enjoy freedoms, which will begin next week with outdoor recreation for groups of maximum 5. The new extension goes to 19th September and takes the heat off print businesses and their staff, and came into effect really because not all workers in the health sector were vaccinated, and there would be too many gaps if the deadline had not been met, but good news for print businesses. Imports of printing and communication papers into Australia dropped by a whopping 27.7% in the 12 months to June, 23.4% in New Zealand, but at least they did start to recover at the end of the year. According to Industry Bible, Pulp and Paper Edge, total paper imports suffered what the analysts described as a dramatic 1-year decline. However, in June, imports increased 6.1% on the month prior. The increase in the March quarter was the first significant increase since the onset of the pandemic. Overall, paper imports were up by just 1% on the June quarter, but that's 1% in the right direction. Imports of uncoated mechanical suffered a 65% collapse over the year. Lightweight coated mechanical was down by half as well, more than half, 53%. Coated wood-free paper is down by 20%. Medium weight coated mechanical down by 19%. Huge drops. Hopefully they'll be back this year. Congratulations to 5-year-old Grand Print, which won both of the Outdoor Media Association's print categories in its June quarter. James Sultana, Managing Director of the Illawarra-based Grand Print Services, said, "We're thrilled to have won these awards. These jobs had many different types of print," James said, "and installation methods applied to them." Congratulations to him and to his team. Tough times in some parts of the outdoor print world though. Sunshine Coast Space TPQ, Unico Creative in Sydney and Vogue Science in Melbourne have all hit the skids, all thrown in the towel this week. No doubt several contributing factors, but notwithstanding the surge in COVID floor graphics that we see everywhere, the sign and display industry has had the toughest 18 months in its history. Large sectors, of course, of work have ground to a complete halt. Finally, anyone that thinks offset print is in its twilight era may want to think again. Online printer Yingtong Corporation of China has placed the biggest order ever taken by RMGT, formerly Ryobi, one of the biggest ever made in the history of the printing industry. 56 offset presses, 338 print units. The monster order will take place over the next 3 years, with Yingtong trying to position itself as the biggest web-to-print printer in China. That's it for this week's issue of PlayPrint 21. This is Wayne Robinson signing off. Stay safe, get vaccinated.